and there, and getting set up as well. It is an 8-12 game. Your home team, Coastal South, with the 8, now with a 9. And I am working as we speak in getting everything put together as far as the graphics, etc. And I'll do that while I talk. As Pearl River has the lead here in the opening set. Blocked by Craven. Goes over to the corner, left side shot, dropped in, pancake try won't happen for Pearl River. And the Coyotes get a little bit closer. Put over by Snow. That'll drop in the corner. Coastal Alabama South sending Alexandria Miller in to serve. Here in the opening set, a Friday night of volleyball. Got some football going on tonight too. In Daphne, Alabama, just outside of Mobile, T.R. Miller and Bayside Academy. That will just clear the net for Miller. Drop in as an ace. Bay Minette Middle School, the site of all Coastal South volleyball this year. Renovations going on over at Coastal. That will ricochet off of the Pearl River libero, Lauren McLemore. And the serves for Alexandria Miller continuing. Miller serving. On the receiving end is Hannah French. Driven across, no able to get there. Tipped over by Wilson. Over to the opposite side of the floor. It is bumped across by Sammy Smith. And back to serve Smith, the sophomore outside hitter. 31 aces this year on a team that has 158 on the season. And yeah, just as soon as we confirm the score, I'll post it for you. The situation here is that I'm sitting on a stage where there isn't a view of the scoreboard. Gotta hop up, gotta go down, give a look. I thought I would do that during a timeout, but I thought a timeout would come before now. Wilson will serve. Launches it over to McLemore. That is bumped over to the scorer's table and out of bounds. And it'll be a Wilson ace. Rachel Wilson, freshman, leads in all kinds of statistical categories for Coastal Alabama South. By the way, I've been in Bruton, where Coastal North played Lawson State and then Gadsden State and lost both. Wilson serving again. Boy, right in on the action. I'm situated on the stage and then wound up right here in my lap. Wilson going a little strong and knocks over the camera that is watching Pearl River. I think it is the Pearl River, actually, iPad, but the camera on the iPad. Served by McLemore. And it's an ace for McLemore. Nearly another ace. As a matter of fact, it is two for McLemore back-to-back. McLemore 7 aces coming into the night. 163 digs. as it is launched over to Snow. Two-hands it. Driven over, Boudreau able to dig it out. Alleman. Frank's got a finger on it. McLemore saves it. Free ball sent over by Smith. And finally, Kinsley Martin says, save this. Gibson able to retrieve in foul territory, but the point is awarded. Let's see who picked up the point in that one. And it is going to go over to Pearl River. So Pearl River picking up the point. In the serve is Delaney Sisson. Cramen there on the receiving end, tipped over to Camille German, who is back in German, injured and has been off the floor for a bit, but she is back into the ball game. Much needed for Coastal South. South trying to down the stretch, make up some ground, get to the 4 spot, get into a play-in game, and maybe that gives them an opportunity to get into the top 3. Cramen tracking down the Boudreau pass. Bumped by Smith over to the other side of the floor. Crushed by Bartholomew. And you got a timeout on the floor. It is asked for by Coastal South. Let's take the break too and come right back.
Think you need a 4-year degree to make good money? Think again. Get training in your own backyard. Master a skill to land a job fast and start your path to a career that pays. Discover welding at Coastal Alabama Community College. So what are you waiting for?
Well, there, I was finally able to step over to the scoreboard and get a look at what you've got. And, yeah, I still got Gadsden State up, don't I, from the prior game. Need to correct that. And there we go. 2017 score, a little long, 2018. Opening set. That'll go long. Turns it into a 21-18 contest. Serving is Natalie Bartholomew, 20 aces on the year. That is 4th best on the team. That'll ricochet off Boudreau. Well, you know by now that Coastal South plays all of their home games here on the Bay Minette Middle School floor. That's because of renovations that are taking place on campus at Coastal South. Alleman drives it. It will ricochet off of Franks. Serve goes back over to the other side of the floor. It is Sarah Alleman who will serve. 8 aces on the year for Alleman. A total of 93 for the team. Just clear the net. McLemore able to get there. Bumped over to Smith, drives it. Wilson on the receiving end. Stewart aiming for the corner. These two teams met in Poplarville on the 21st of August. And on that particular day, it was a Pearl River sweep. 3-0. Into the net from Alleman. Abby Franks, the sophomore middle blocker, will serve, a 167 hitter. Craven gets it first, driven and dropped in. South has played some very good volleyball over the course of the last week or so, and I know they lost the game on Tuesday to LBW, and that was a heartbreaker, a game they should have won, leading at 14-11 in the 5th set. But that's the number 1 team in the South. And what South did was prove they could play. Set point at a 24-21 contest. Jolie Gibson in serving for Pearl River. Trying to serve up. Set point. Launches it to Craven. Shoved over by Alleman. McLemore digs it out. Smith. Stewart. Pops it back over to Gibson. Smith into the backcourt. Driven by Wilson. Able to get there French. And Craven can't send it over. Pearl River will win the opening set. But if this 25-21 final in set number 1, any indication of things to come, gonna have a battle tonight here in Bay Minette.
Think you need a 4-year degree to make good money? Think again. Get training in your own backyard. Master electrical and mechanical skills, process controls, hydraulics and pneumatics, and land a job that can take you anywhere. Start your path to a career that pays. Discover electrical and instrumentation technology at Coastal Alabama Community College. Think you need a 4-year degree to make good money? Think again. Get training in your own backyard. Master a skill to land a job fast. And start your path to a career that pays. So what are you waiting for? Discover marine industry technology at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Welcome back, Payment at Alabama. A Friday night of volleyball and football here on JockJive. Bayside Academy and T.R. Miller tangling tonight in Daphne, not too far down the road. And my apologies for the late arrival, but it was necessitated by a lengthy match, went over 2 hours, between Gadsden State and Coastal Alabama North. Gadsden State winning that one. And the opening set, I knew it was going to be there a while when the opening set finished 38-36. Stewart, Wilson, shoving it back over. Over to Smith. Wilson able to retrieve. Snow gets it. And Boudreaux and Cramen nearby, but neither could return it, with one thinking the other might. And Pearl River picking up the first point. In set number 2, Jolie Gibson checking in to serve. Cramen gets to it first. Ottoman tried the pancake and it falls flat. Again, Gibson with a serve and a 2-zip Pearl River lead. Set number 2. Boudreaux to Alleman, back set to Stewart, drives it down the line, kicks it off McLemore. And of course I was mentioning the fact that if you are Coastal South and you're playing some of your best volleyball, here's one of the games, and tomorrow another of the games, that you can, get those who were unhealthy, healthy, and kind of back into the flow of things, because this one and tomorrow's do not count in conference play. Blocked by McNeely. So an opportunity to kind of make things better before getting back to the games that really matter. Wilson will drive it. Coyotes within 1. And Rachel Wilson will serve. 28 aces on the year, leads the team in that category. 183 kills. Leads the team in that category. One of the top hitters on the team, too, at 217. Driven over by McNeely. Miller able to get there. Alleman off of fingertips, and we're tied at 3. And Wilson will serve again. When these two teams met in August, it was Sophie Cramen and Megan Stewart. Tops with kills at 7 each. Back set, little tip over by Hoffmeyer. Able to retrieve it, Miller. Shoved over to the opposite side of the floor. And that is Bartholomew delivering. Back here tomorrow, Gadsden State, who played Coastal North tonight, coming here. I got to head to South Carolina overnight for football, but Dallas Renzi is calling the T.R. Miller Bayside game. He'll be here tomorrow. And we'll give you Gadsden State and Coastal South. Sophie Cramen serving. In a 4-apiece game. Smith's got it first. Over to Bartholomew. Blocked by Miller. Able to get it inside the antenna while falling backwards. Ottoman. Going cross court with it. Hardigan able to get underneath. And now you got 2 hits, 1 Coyote. Pearl River taking a 1-point lead. Putting Delaney Sisson in to serve. Sisson with 14 aces. A little too strong with the first pass. But you've got into the net, I believe. Yep. Point awarded to the Coyotes. And Kinsley Martin will serve. Megan Stewart coming in, while Alexandria Miller goes to the sidelines for Coastal South. Two-handed shove over by Franks. Then a one-handed smash over by Franks. Six-5 ball game with Bartholomew serving. A 172 hitter on a 139 hitting Pearl River squad. Over it goes to Stewart, and Stewart goes long. A 7-5 contest, Bartholomew serving. Alleman digs it out. Hardigan bumps back over to Alleman. It is blocked. Smith and Franks there for the block. And Pearl River takes an 8-5 lead. Swanton to Bartholomew. Hardigan with the back set. Alleman steps up. Dinks it over the Sammy Smith. Would be block. Cuts the lead to 2, and Alleman will serve. Alleman had 3 kills and a total of 19 attacks when these teams met last, and she serves up an ace. There were only 2 aces that day. Miller had 1, Craman had 1. We've had more than 2 already today. Smith bumps it over. And into the net, Lily Franks. Coyotes tied at 8. Alleman again serving. This is a 159 hitting Coastal South squad. Kissed it over to Boudreau. Setting up Stewart. Drives it. Frank's got a piece of it. Over to Smith. Dinks it over German. Bumped over to Wilson. Left side. Sat on the net. Wilson pulls it off. Boudreau. German able to stick it over. Over it goes to Smith. And Smith will drive it down the wrong side of the net if you are a Wildcat. Right side if you are a Coyote. And Alleman will serve again. Back set to Franks, and Franks goes long. Coyotes with a 2-point lead. I believe it was an 8-5 game when Alleman started serving. So a 5-0 run behind Sarah Alleman. A little wide. Craman couldn't get to it. Good thing she could not. Coyotes out in front by 3. Alleman serve number 6. Drives it to McLemore. Over it goes to Smith. Sends it over. Dug out by Craman. Back over it goes to Wilson. Left side. Leans back. Shoves it over. And you got a whistle. 2 hits. 1 Wildcat. And Pearl River wants a timeout as the Coyotes go in front by 4.
Think you need a 4-year degree to make good money? Think again. Get training in your own backyard. Master a skill to land a job fast. And start your path to a career that pays. So what are you waiting for? Discover machine tool technology at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Coyotes taking a 4-point lead here in set number 2. We're down by 3 when Alleman started serving, and now that lead has gone to 5. A big 8-0 run with Alleman at the helm. 13 serving 8. Trying to knot it up at 2 sets each. Franks going long. Alleman again serving, a 9-0 run for the Coyotes. Alleman launches it. Picked up by Gibson. What a save by Alleman. Cramen over to Wilson, drives it. It is bumped to the other side of the floor to Franks. Blocked by Wilson. 10 in a row for the Coyotes. It was 8-5 before this 10-0 run. And a 3-point deficit has been turned into a 7-point lead for the Coyotes. Served again by Alleman. Gibson there first. Back set. There's the end of a 10-0 run. Driven across by Williford. And Pearl River makes it a 9-15 game with 9 serving 15. Sent over by Franks, dug out by Cramen. Setting up Stewart. Tried to dink it over, stuck it into the net. And Pearl River cuts it to a 5-point game. Got a little moisture on the floor that will be tended to. A little different surface here, but still dangerous if there is moisture. I'm just thinking maybe not quite as dangerous as these highly waxed, typical gymnasium floor. This is kind of a rubber look to it, which, as I mentioned, I think the first time I came here, reminds me of the old gym for what is now Northwest Florida State. Years and years ago, I went to junior college at Okaloosa Walton, which is now Northwest Florida State, and they had a gymnasium with a floor like this. Boudreau sending the free ball over. Shoved into the backcourt. Boudreau able to get to it. German launching it over that front line. Franks picks it up. Mishandled by Sisson. Coyotes by 6 with Snow back in and German out. If you are German, it's got to feel good to get back onto the floor after sitting out all those games with injuries. Here comes Hoffmeyer back into the game for Pearl River. Sisson will go out, serving is Gibson. Driven over by Cramen. Alexandria Miller in to serve, launches it over, setting up McNeely, and McNeely goes long. Alexandria Miller again serving, this time instead of the left side behind the service line, the right side. Sent over to Franks, and that will go out of bounds off Alleman. Coastal South trying to knot it up at a set each. Losing the opening set 25-21. Ahead in this one 18-12. Nearly an ace, but Snow kept that from happening. And running shot by Martin. Over it goes to Bartholomew. Wilson to Alleman. Alleman sending it over. Back over to Bartholomew, and she will drop it in for the kill. (13 serving 18). Coyotes and Wildcats. Ace delivered in front of Miller. And the Wildcats within 4. That is Ollie Varner serving. Coyotes by 5. Rachel Wilson coming back to serve. The freshman with 531 total attacks this year. Successful on 183. Underneath is Wilson. Back set to Alleman. Drives it from the left side. McLemore is there. Bartholomew to Snow. Cramen setting up Alleman. Drives it down the line but wide. McLemore, the libero, serving. 7 aces for the libero. Cramen. Snow trying to get the free ball over. Wildcats will trim the lead to 3. Boudreaux back into the game. Miller will come out. And McLemore will serve. Hardigan setting up Alleman. Shoves it into the backcourt. Over it goes to Bartholomew. Boudreaux trying to get the dig. What stopped the dig was Snow. Boudreaux could sense Snow headed her way. McLemore with a serve. Hardigan setting up Alleman. Tips it over. Drops it in. Coyotes first to 20. German in and Snow out for the Coyotes. Well, Sophie Cramen. I'm dyslexic tonight on names. Sophie Cramen serving, hitting 192. Over to Bartholomew. Martin and German block. Pearl River swept Coastal South in August. Coastal South trying to tie it up at 1 each here in October. Saved by McLemore. Boudreaux bumps it to Hardigan, and she'll shove it into the net. (18 serving 21, just clear the net. Martin got to it, back to Martin from Hardigan. Over it goes to Bartholomew. Wildcats within 2. (19 serving 21. Floater to Martin. Hardigan able to get to it. Martin drives it. Bartholomew able to bump it off the net, but too many hits on one side of the net, or have you got a net violation? A net violation. Point Wildcats, Coyotes by 1 as Coastal South asked for time.
Think you need a 4-year degree to make good money? Think again. Get training in your own backyard. Master a skill to land a job fast. And start your path to a career that pays. So what are you waiting for? Discover the building maintenance program at Coastal Alabama Community College.
.21-20 game, Coyotes by a point. Delaney Sisson serving. Over to Alleman, drives it. It is blocked up against the antenna. Megan Stewart checking in. Alexandria Miller comes out. Kinsley Martin steps behind the service line to serve. German back in as Boudreau exits. Blocked by Stewart. Coyotes 2 away from tying it in a set each. Martin serves. Franks underneath. Bartholomew drives. Cramen got to it. Diving hard against save. Cramen will send it over. Bartholomew there. Back over to Bartholomew. Wildcats within 2. And Bartholomew serving 20 aces on the year for the sophomore outside hitter. Hitting 172. Pearl River 12-12 on the year. German bumps it to Stewart. Slaps it cross court, drops it in front of the in line. And it'll be Alleman who served up a 10-0 run that just needs one. But it will happen after the Pearl River timeout.
Discover pastry baking at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Coyotes trying to take set 2, tied at 1. Sarah Alleman will serve. Able to recover. That was Varner. Bump back over to Varner. Drives it. Cramen digs it out. Setting up Wilson. Go to your power. It's just a little bit long. Frank serving. Cardigan. And Stewart will just drop it in the corner. Got the back set. Just a little too strong with the back set. That goes long. And the Coyotes will win set number 2. So we are finished with a pair. And after 2, we are knotted up at 1. 25-21. Pearl River in the first set. 25-22 Coyotes in set 2.
You're organized, driven, focused, ready to create the life of luxury in the most beautiful and unique locations, locally and around the world. Discover hospitality management at Coastal Alabama Community College. you see an empty field. We see a world-class tournament. We see an amazing wedding day. An empty stadium becomes a music festival. We see a blank canvas. We're the people who bring the biggest events to life. Discover event planning at Coastal Alabama Community College. Discover culinary arts at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Here's what we do know. We know we are going at least 4 sets tonight. 3's not going to do it. 3 was all that was needed in Poplarville, Mississippi in August. But we're going to need more than 3 in this one. As Jolie Gibson will serve. 37 aces for Gibson. Tops on the team. Launches it to Boudreaux as we get set number 3 underway. Stewart drives it. And that will drop right up here. And as a matter of fact, I'll go get it while they retrieve another volleyball, apparently. All right, there we go. Yep, I'm right in on the action. I mean, you know, when you're on the stage, when you're at the end of the court, just might get in on the game. That's driven in by Smith, and we're knotted up at 1. 1 apiece, and Sammy Smith serving, the sophomore outside hitter. Hitting .217, 31 aces. Second behind only Gibson to Snow. And as Alleman with a back set, driven over by Wilson, who shifts to the other side of the floor. You got 2 hits from 1 Wildcat. Into the net with the Wilson serve. And we are tied up at 2. Lauren McLemore will serve. Alleman gets to it first. Hardigan back over to Hardigan back over to Alleman, but a little too far behind the antenna. And Pearl River will take the lead by 1 with McLemore again serving. Alexandria Miller, first pass. Cramen drops it in. And we are tied at 3. German on the floor. Snow out. I think Randall Rollison, another one of the injured Coyotes, expected to be back on the floor maybe by midweek next week, as the Coyotes try to get healthy for this final stretch down the road. Bartholomew with a bump. Setting Martin back up. McLemore able to get to it. Over to Hoffmeyer. Franks to Bartholomew, blocked by Martin. Cramen will serve. And you had Bartholomew and Smith thinking the other would get it. Neither does, and Sophie Cramen making it a 5-3 ball game. McLemore on the receiving end of the Cramen serve, tipped over by Bartholomew. Miller able to get there, bumped to the net and then over by Martin. Underneath is Smith, shoved over to Bartholomew, blocked by German. Back over to Bartholomew, she'll go long. Coyotes with a 6-3 lead. Cramen will serve, Smith is there. Bumped over to Hoffmeyer, shoves it across. Back over to Alleman, drives it into the backcourt. Smith able to get to it. And that's a little bit wide from Bartholomew. Cramen again serving, 7 serving 3 here in set number 3. Launches it over to Smith. Two-handed shove over by Gibson. German drives it. McLemore is there. And that is fisted over by Hoffmeyer. Bartholomew the block. Alleman backs up, gets it inside the antenna. Bartholomew there. Setting up Smith. Drives it. Alleman. Back over to Alleman. It is blocked by Franks. Smith in the backcourt. Over to Franks. Tips it over. Hardigan tries to dive and dig, but it'll be the Wildcats picking up the point to make it a 3-point game. Delaney Sisson serving. Sophomore center, an 0-71 hitter. Over to Alleman, but apparently a couple of hits on the set. Again, Sisson serving. German drives it. McLemore there. Bumped over to Franks. Blocked out of bounds by Martin. And Sisson will again serve. Bay Minette, Alabama on a Friday that's been packed full of volleyball. Coastal North and Lawson State. Coastal North and Gadsden State. And now Coastal South and Pearl River. Alleman shot, got the antenna. And Sisson will serve again. That lead of 4 erased. Miller lacing up the sneakers before we resume play. Hardigan shoves it over to Alleman. Lifts it over that front line of blockers. Cramen able to get underneath. Hardigan back set for German. Shoves it the opposite way. 7-7 game, now an 8-7 Coyote lead. And it ends a 4-0 run for Pearl River. Out of Poplarville, Mississippi. And if you mention Pearl River, you got to mention Jimmy Buffett. And you're like, huh? Jimmy Buffett? Yeah. Went to Pearl River for a bit. Franks with 2 hits. I guess that was pre-billionaire status. And of course, just recently passing away. Martin short on the serve. Bartholomew will serve. Pearl River, a little better than 10 kills a set. Hitting 139. Right at 10 assists a set. Nearly 2 blocks. Almost 2 aces and almost 14 digs every set. Over it goes to Smith, and Smith will crush it against the net and floor. Got into the net to make it a 10-8 game. Coastal South, a little better than 9 kills a set, hitting 159. Right at 9 assists a set, 1.5 blocks. A little better than an ace. And almost 14 digs each set. Off Stewart. Franks delivering and drawing the Wildcats within 1. Franks will serve. Into the net. Coyotes back out in front by 2. Served up by Snow. That is Maddie King now on the floor. Franks tipping it over. Dropped it where nobody could get to it. Peyton Hoffmeyer checking back in. Out comes Lily Franks. Serving is Jolie Gibson. Sends it to Cramen. Over to Stewart. Blocked by Smith. We are tied up at 11. Into the net from Jolie Gibson. Boudreaux coming off the floor and checking in is Miller. And Miller will serve. Dug out by McLemore. Back set by Snow, but hit it twice. $12 apiece with Sammy Smith serving. Sends it to Snow. Hardigan setting up Martin. It is blocked by King. Wildcats take the lead. Smith on the serve. Aims for the corner. Snow got there but couldn't send a pass to the front line. Sammy Smith again serving. Bartholomew, first pass. Alleman setting up Martin, and Martin into the net. Coyotes want to talk. We'll take time.
Max hates going to the vet. It smells funny. It makes him feel anxious. And worse, overweight. But today he doesn't feel well. So he and his person are glad that someone is there to make him better. Somebody who also understands what a good boy he is. Be somebody. Enroll in the Veterinary Technology Program at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Visiting Wildcats with a 15-12 lead over Coastal Alabama South. Smith serving, coming out of the timeout. Boudreaux to Alleman. Swatted over by Cramen. Bartholomew hitting from the left side. Nice dig and save by Miller. Shoved over by Wilson to the opposite side of the floor. 2 hits on the set. Coyotes make it a 2-point game. Rachel Wilson serving. Freshman middle hitter. What an impact player she has been. McLemore just trying to get the hands position. And in that moment of indecisiveness, the Wilson serve arrived. 2 straight points coming out of the timeout. 14 serving 15. Bartholomew. Smith back over to Bartholomew. Into the backcourt to Boudreaux. Ottoman shoving it over to Cramen. Aims the other way. McLemore wouldn't allow it to go. Bartholomew shoves it. Boudreaux dives to save. Over to Cramen. Down the line to Gibson. McLemore back set to Bartholomew. Wilson able to get there. Setting up Cramen. Smith in the backcourt. Over to Bartholomew. Drives it. Another one dug out. This time by Miller. Free ball from Boudreaux. Smith getting Gibson. Gibson to Bartholomew. Two-handed shove over by Alleman. Gibson able to get there. Bartholomew drives it. Miller with a dig. Wilson with the shot. And the Coyotes have tied it at 15. Three in a row coming out of the timeout for Coastal South. Bartholomew shifting those hands from down low to a little higher. Shot ricochets a bit, but McLemore able to get to it. Bumped over by Martin. And King will shove it into the net. Rachel Wilson serving. And she does so into the net. Lauren McLemore serving. Back over it goes to Alleman. Drives it. That is off of Hoffmeyer. Snow to the sidelines. German in. Cramen back to serve. $15 aces on the year for Cramen. Setting up Franks. Blocked by German. Coyotes by 2. And apparently a little moisture on the volleyball. Cramen asked for a new one. Cramen will serve. Floats it over to McLemore. Bumped to the mid part of the floor by Hoffmeyer. Driven over. Alleman's able to get there. Miller back over to Alleman. Free ball inside the antenna. Shoved over to Bartholomew, but a couple of hits on the Gibson set. Coyotes by 3. Coyotes out of the ACCC. Pearl River out of the MACC. Off German and out of bounds. But over the course of a season, there will be a lot of matchups between these two neighboring states, Alabama and Mississippi. Alabama in Region 22, Mississippi in Region 23. Alleman off of Franks and out of bounds. Kinsley Martin serving. Conference tournament coming up. Pearl River could, because they represent Region 23, be in a tournament that also features a lot of ACCC Region 22 teams. But if you're going to represent Region 23 in the tournament in Mobile on the 1st of November, you got to win it in Region 23. Shoved over by German, trying to dig it out. Able to do so, Sisson. German, what a save. Boudreaux over to Alleman. Free ball sent over. Setting up Smith, drives it. Cramen's there. German just misjudging the lead. And that comes with time. As I mentioned, she has sat out a lot of games due to an injury. So just getting back into the flow of things for the Coyotes. Bartholomew serves it. Hardigan shoving it over to Stewart. Blocked by Franks. Crayman got to it. Stewart flicks it, so does Franks. Over to Alleman. Picked up by Bartholomew. Back set to Franks. Drives it. We're tied at 20. Each. Timeout on the floor. Back in 30.
Preparing for surgery is like getting ready for the big game. You arrive early. You get your mind right. You make sure every tool is ready and the team has the right equipment. Your patient may never know your name. They may never realize that somebody cared enough to ensure all the little tasks were done right. But that's okay. You do. Be somebody. Enroll in the Surgical Technology program at Coastal Alabama Community College.
$20 apiece in set number 3. Somebody's going to take a 2-1 lead into 4. And right now we don't have any idea who. German shoving it over. McLemore can't get to it. Hardigan out, Wilson in. Alleman will serve. My, how she would like to take this team on one of those 10-0 runs like she had in set 2. Smith bumps it to McLemore, back to Smith. First touch from Alleman, and Wilson trying to fist it over. $21 each. McLemore coming out, Maddie King, the freshman middle blocker, in. Serving is Franks. Back set, German drives it. That'll head this way, and the Coyotes take a 1-point lead. (22) serving 21. Grayson Snow sending it to Bartholomew. Bumped over to Smith. Use the left hand to tip it over. Wilson's got it. Hardigan sending up Crayman. Lifts it over. Smith from the left side. We're tied at 22. Franks and Sisson coming out. Gibson and Hoffmeyer in. It is Gibson who will serve. Floats it to Crayman. Alleman setting up Wilson. Able to get to it, Gibson. Free ball. No, not a free ball. A drive from Smith. Back set to Crayman. Blocked by Smith. Alleman got to it. Wilson drives it. Bartholomew's there. Over to Smith from the left side. Drives it. Boudreau sends it over a rafter, and Alleman will get it. Snow sending it over. Bartholomew and McLemore collide. That is Smith with the kill. Gibson serving. Pearl River 2 away from taking a 2-1 lead. South now 2 away from taking a 2-1 lead. Alexandria Miller checking in to serve for Coastal Alabama South. Floated just over the net. Bartholomew gets to it. Setting up Smith. Thinks it over. Wilson first touch. Aiming for the corner. Alleman and goes a little bit long. Set point for Pearl River. Smith will serve in a 24-23 game. Setting up Wilson. Gibson shoving it over to Bartholomew. Snow in the backcourt. Over to Wilson, drives it, drops it in. We're tied at 24. So you got to get 26 to win the set. Who'll get there first? We'll find out when we return.
Happens so quickly. 1 minute you're driving to the store and then you ask yourself, am I hurt? Are they hurt? Who should I call? I just want to go home. And then someone appears. Somebody who lets you know you're going to be okay. Be somebody. Enroll in the paramedic program at Coastal Alabama Community College.
.24 apiece with Wilson serving. And we are into volleyball's equivalent of overtime. Somebody's got to get to 26. And a point away is Coastal South. Wilson serving. This is set point for the Coyotes. Launched over to Bartholomew. Free ball sent over by Smith. Able to get there. That is Miller. Setting up Martin. Gibson got there. Bartholomew. King drives it. We're tied at 25. What is it about Friday, October the 6th? If we were a week later, maybe on the 13th, I'd get all these long games. Hey, not complaining. You love volleyball. You love them when they go beyond 25. Pearl River needs one more. Coastal South needs 3 more. Boudreaux in, Miller out on the McLemore serve. That will go long. Now both need 2. I mentioned earlier today, Gadsden State and Coastal North went to a 38-36 final. That may be the longest, as far as scoring, volleyball match I've ever done. Cramen with a nice dig. Frank saves it. Cramen again, but it will hit the rafters and drop. Let's see, I haven't tested my math skills. 38-36, isn't that 74 points in one set? Cramen saves. Hardigan twice hit. Pearl River will win it. Take a 2-1 lead as we get ready for set number 4.
Being a patient can make you feel helpless and vulnerable and scared. You're dependent on others to get well. Your care is in someone else's hands. Someone who, up until today, might have been a stranger, but somehow they know how you're feeling. Somebody who sees you as more than just a patient. Be somebody. Enroll in the nursing program at Coastal Alabama Community College. happens so quickly. One minute you're driving to the store and then you ask yourself, am I hurt? Are they hurt? Who should I call? I just want to go home. And then someone appears. Somebody who lets you know you're going to be okay. Be somebody. Enroll in the EMT program at Coastal Alabama Community College. It's the dreaded appointment. You've put it off long enough. You've run out of excuses. And now you've got to face your fears head on. Fortunately, there's someone there who won't hold your feelings against you. Somebody whose efforts instead will give you your best selfie smile. You'll thank her when it's over. Be somebody. Enroll in the Dental Assisting Program at Coastal Alabama Community College.
Hey, a reminder, we would love to have you as a friend, follower, and whatever else, TikToker, Threader, Instagrammer, Twitter, now I guess known as X, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Threads. Follow us, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You may not be watching tonight on YouTube. You might, or you might not, but if you're not, I mean, you don't have to be watching to subscribe. And we would love for you to do so. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, build in the numbers, and we'll have some programming that is exclusive to YouTube. So if you don't mind, subscribe. So those are your assignments. Isn't it good to have homework that really isn't that significant, not going to really impact you that much? And you don't even have to do it. Boy, I wish I had homework like that when I was in school. But if you would, we'd appreciate it as we get set number 4 underway. Nearly an hour and a half of volleyball as we begin 4. Snow with the serve over to Smith. Off Alleman. Opening point in set number 4 belonging to Pearl River. Serve back over to the other side of the floor. It is Jolie Gibson who will do it first. Boudreaux to Alleman. Back set Stewart. Lifts it into the net. And Pearl River scoring the first 2 as Gibson will again serve. A reminder tomorrow, Coastal South and Gadsden State in a noontime match. Dallas Renzi on the call, and then back here on Monday too. As a matter of fact, I think I am here Monday. Brian McCullough will be in Bruton. Sent to McLemore. Smith sends it over. Miller got a hand on it, sends it up onto the stage. I mentioned we were here on Tuesday. LBW in a 5-set match. I think I added up the points. Well, I know I added them. I'm trying to remember exactly what they were, but I think it was like 219 or 230 points scored on Tuesday when the Coyotes took on the Saints. Shoved over by Allen and pancake by McLemore, but it apparently hit the floor. And Wilson will serve again. Rachel Wilson, the last time these two teams met, hit 111 with a couple of kills. She'll go long with the serve. McLemore serving for Pearl River. More aces for this Pearl River squad than South, 158-93. And McLemore with 7 of those. Serve back over to Cramen. Cramen 15 for the Coyotes, 15 aces. Third most on the team. That is McNeely sending it off Cramen. And I know I mention it every game, but Cramen's just not someone who comes off the floor. I don't think I have ever seen her leave the floor. It reminds me of a basketball point guard that just never comes off the hardwood. And the reason they never come off the hardwood is because of the significance, the role they play. So important to both the offense and defense. Martin picking it up. Alleman will try it again from the corner. This time bangs it off of Franks. Makes it a 1-point game. Stewart checking in. Miller coming out. Martin to serve. McLemore, first pass, able to tip it to the line is Sisson. What a nice Sisson play. Back set for German. Shoves it to the opposite corner. Sisson able to get there again. Bartholomew drives. Dug out by Martin. And Franks will tip it back over. Bartholomew serving. Cinta Boudreau. Back set to Alleman. Drives it. Wow, that had some authority on it. Hardigan with a back set. German steps up. Drives it. Franks blocks. Cramen able to get to it. Hardigan dives. And nearly ate a metal chair. But these ladies don't care. Served up by Bartholomew. Hardigan with a set to Alleman. Bartholomew in the backcourt. Over to Smith. Tips it over. Cramen with a dig. Setting up Stewart. Uses the left hand to tip it over. Smith got there. And 2 hits on the Wildcats set. Makes it a 7-5 game with Alleman serving. Tipped over by Franks. Alleman with a dig and save. Cramen to Wilson, and Wilson the kill. A 7-6 game. And Alleman again serving. 8 aces this year for the 147 hitting Alleman. Smith off German. Serve back over to the other side of the floor. Abby Franks, who hit 182 when these two teams met in August, serving. Alleman to Stewart. Smith. German got a piece of it. Cramen setting up Stewart. Drives it. In the backcourt, that is Varner. And yet a net violation. Wildcats extend the lead to 3. Franks will serve. Floats it over to Cramen. Back set to German. Blocked by Smith. Franks again serving. Wildcats building a 4-point lead here in set number 4. Frank sends it to Cramen. The lead goes to 5. German just couldn't get the pass off. Actually thought Alleman might be returning it. Timeout on the floor. Coyotes trying to win set 4 and face a 5th.
Think you need a 4-year degree to make good money? Think again. Get training in your own backyard. Master a skill to land a job fast. And start your path to a career that pays. Discover welding at Coastal Alabama Community College. So what are you waiting for?
Shoved over by Alleman as we get back to the volleyball. Coyotes have been very successful coming out of the timeouts. And coming out of this one, they score the first. Snow will serve. Sends it to Sisson, back set. And Wilson will block the Franks shot out of bounds. Gibson in. She'll go back to serve. Also McNeely checking back into the ball game for Pearl River. Alleman with the back set to Stewart, trying to go the opposite way. Does. Picked up by Gibson. And as Wilson stepping up, it is blocked. King and McNeely delivering. Pearl River building a 6-point lead. Wilson going cross court. McLemore is there. Bumped over to Smith. Drives it down the line, but out of bounds. Check that. Well, from this vantage point, looked out, but apparently was not. Cramen tipping it over. And somehow Gibson and McNeely able to get it back over. Wow. Coyotes doing just about everything they could, and still Wildcats score. Some great returns by Pearl River. Just cleared the net. Boudreaux's there. Back set over to Stewart. Drives it. Eight serving 15. Alexandria Miller in to serve. Pearl River took set 1. Coyotes set 2. Pearl River 3, and we're in 4. And Miller long with the serve as Smith will do the honors for Pearl River. Wildcats have doubled up on the Coyotes in 4. Bumped over to Bartholomew. Back over to Bartholomew. Cramen got it first. Ottoman shoving for the corner. Smith there. Blocked by Martin. Bumped over to Bartholomew. Back set. Cramen goes the opposite way. Gibson is there. McLemore steps up. Driven by McNeely. Martin shoving it over to McLemore. Back over it goes to Bartholomew. Wilson able to get there. Snow drives it. And finally Martin puts it into it. Seven-point Pearl River lead. Floated over by Wilson. Bartholomew able to get there. McNeely drives it. Snow got a piece of it. Nearly banked it in to the basketball goal here, but that's not the kind of points you want. Pearl River taking a 17-9 lead with a libero, Lauren McLemore, serving. She'll get the ace. We have not had a double-digit lead in this one, but Pearl River currently with a 9-point advantage. Pearl River needs 7. Coastal South needs 16. Bumped over to Alleman. Drives across court. McLemore there. Gibson setting up Bartholomew. The lead goes to 10. (19-9) Pearl River advantage. McLemore serving, nibbled the top of the net. Hardigan setting up Martin. Shoved it over. Bartholomew there. Back set to McNeely. And McNeely will drop it in. And Pearl River begins to pour it on in the fourth. McLemore sends it over. Back set to Cramen. McLemore in the backcourt, bumped over by Gibson to Bartholomew. Saved by Miller. Hardigan getting it over to Alleman. Alleman with the kill. Coyotes need to outscore Pearl River 3-1. Cramen will serve. McLemore to Gibson, back set to McNeely, and that is off Alleman and out of bounds. (21-10). Pearl River 4 away from wrapping up the match. And you got 2 hits on the set, 3 away. Hardigan setting up Alleman. Drives it. Wow, what a shot by Alleman. South would love to go on one of those 10-0 runs they had in the second set. And do it here in the fourth. Or you go on a 10-0 run and you're 1 out. Martin will serve. Franks bumps it over to Sisson. Back set to Bartholomew. Martin able to get there. Cramen setting up German. And German will go out of bounds. Served up by King. Alleman there. Back set Hardigan. Alleman. It is blocked by Smith. And Pearl River is a point away from climbing over the 500 mark and winning 3 out of 4. That is Bartholomew serving. Shoved over to Stewart. Drives it. Dug out by Bartholomew. German. Too strong. It's off Alleman and the ball game is over. So your Friday night of volleyball ends. Got football still going on in Daphne, Alabama, T.R. Miller, and Bayside Academy. They've met twice and Pearl River's won both. But this is a much improved Coastal South squad from earlier in the year, and still with a couple of players to get back from injury, trying to bring them down the home stretch in conference play. We're back tomorrow. Alice Renzi here at noon for Coastal South and Gadsden State. I'll head to South Carolina tonight. And tomorrow I'll bring you Georgia Military College and Lewisburg. James leaves Daphne in about an hour, heads to South Carolina for Clark Atlanta and Allen University tomorrow. And Jason Thompson going to Pensacola tomorrow morning for a 10:30 start of 5 games. It's baseball for the Showcase Series in Pensacola. It's all coming up tomorrow here on JockJive. Hey, thanks for watching. For all the Coastals and JockJive, I'm Robert Williamson. So long, everybody.